What's up guys, welcome back to the next video. So in this video we'll be discussing about arrays problem, which is basically to find out how many times a particular element is present in the given array. So it's pretty much basic question guys, and we can just write a code in Java itself. So see, your question is write a Java program to print frequency of occurrence of each and every element in given array. So you'll be given with one array, and it will be having some elements, and you need to find out how many times a particular element is repeating in the given array. So it is as simple as that. Okay, so how to find out this one and what is the logic, I'll just explain. But before that, I'll just show you the input output specifications for the given problem. So they have given array 1 and it contains the following elements: 1, 5, 5, 1, 3, 2, 3. Now if I see, 1 is repeated for how many times? 1 is repeated for 2 times. 5 is repeated for 2 times. Again 5, 2 times repeated. Again 1, 2 times repeated. 3 is repeated for 2 times. 2 is repeated for 1 time, and 3 is repeated for 2 times. So it will tell the frequency of occurrence of each and every element inside the given array. So like this it will tell us. Okay. So this is how we need to print the output as well. Got it? So in order to write the code, so what we can do is guys, basically take the first element and compare it with each and every element except the first element. Compare it with each and every other element. Again go to the next element, compare it with each and every other element. Go with the third element, compare it with each and every other element. So like this we will be having one outer for loop and one inner for loop. So inner for loop will be to compare the outer for loops element to each and every other element inside the array. So that will be the approach guys, and let me just open Eclipse, and here note that I will not be taking the hard coded input like array1 equal to 1551323. So I will be taking the input dynamically, so I need to use the scanner class. So that I'm going to do it right now. Okay guys, so let me just zoom in. Okay, so I will use one scanner class as I said earlier. So what I can do is so I will write scanner sc equal to new scanner. Inside this I will write system.in. This is to take the input from user, and after that I will write one system.out.println, enter the size of array. Basically I will be storing in n. So whatever the user enters, that I will be taking with the help of next int method. Got it? So now I will write another thing like enter the elements. So whatever the user will be entering, that I need to store in one array. So I will just create one empty array, int array1 equal to new int, and its size will be 1. Okay, fine. So now I will use one for loop which will be taking the input from user. For int I is equal to 0 and I should be less than n. After that I plus plus. So here inside the for loop I will be writing array1 of I is equal to sc dot next int method. So I will be writing sc dot next int, something like this. So next int, this will make sure that the input is taken from the user and it is stored inside array1. So now I have taken the input. Okay, so once I have done with taking the input, then I will write two for loops. So first I am writing the outer for loop, int j is equal to 0 and j should be less than array1 dot length. Got it? So length, and after that j plus plus to increment the counter. Okay, fine. After that I will create one local variable, and I will each and every time I will initialize it to 0. So this is very important. Make sure that you write it properly. Okay, so I'm declaring the local variable because I'm declaring data type here itself. Alright, so after that I will use inner for loop, int I is equal to 0, and after that I should be less than array1 dot again length. After that I plus plus to increment the counter, and after that this will be used to run through all those remaining elements. Got it? So I will write something like this: if array1 of I is equal to, if it is equal to array1 of z. Got it? So if array1 of I is equal to z, that means if it is repeating, then increment the count. So I can do it like this: count equal to count plus 1. So this will basically increase my counter. So after that, when I come out of this inner for loop, what I will do, I will write one sysout statement. Here I will be writing array1 of z. That means the element whatever we are considering, and before that I just want some space and the occurrence. So occurrence is stored in count. So this is how I can print the count. Okay, so once I'm done with this, guys, I'm done with pretty much about the program. So I'll just try to run this one. Okay, so how many elements? Let me just try. It has 4 elements, and the 4 elements are 1, 2, 3. After that, I'll give it as again 2. So here you can see 1 is repeated for how many times? It is only 1 time is present. After that, 2 is repeated for 2 times here and here. 3 is repeated only for 1 time, and 2 is again repeated for 2 times. So it will take each and every element and it tells repetition. Got it, guys? So this is perfect. Okay. So now let me just take some 10 elements. If I take 10 elements, then it will show 12 I will first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, 9 and 10. So you can see it is showing me how many times each and every element is repeated. So like this, you can write a simple code which will be calculating the frequency of occurrence of each and every element inside an array. So that's it in this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can support us by like, share and subscribing the channel. So thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Have a nice day.